Hello again. Welcome back to Scarlet Nexus. This is Biscuit. Once more, we're starting off with a reading of what has happened on Yuto's side of the story. Now, I don't know exactly how, going through everything and just trying to understand, but we did catch up to Yuto's side in the last video. Again, I'm not entirely sure where all the time went. Because just looking through the events, I can't pinpoint how we caught up, really. Anyway. So, Phase 7, which was right after where we met Yuito in the research facility and fought him, then made the Seiron government official back out because, oh no, we tried to get him on recording that he was demanding Yuito's assassination, and he didn't run it by a Karin at all. So, right after that, Fubuki summons Yuito, and Yuito asks him about the atrocious experiments being conducted in Suo and Seiron. Fubuki tells him that both sides are trying to develop weapons against the others. Specifically, Suo is focusing on strengthening powers and using personality rehabilitation in order to have soldiers that they can control easily, that are powerful enough to do whatever they need them to do. Where Seiron is indeed focusing on other research in order to take control of the others. Effectively, the main conflict between Suo and Seiron comes in how they view the Extinction Belt. Suo wants to get rid of the Extinction Belt at any cost. Seiron doesn't care if the Extinction Belt still exists, so long as they can protect themselves from others and protect their freedom from the rest of New Himuka. Fubuki suggests using the city computer Arhabaki to transmit the memory data of the moment Naomi became an other to all of the citizens' minds. This will create enough doubts in the minds of the people and break the government's control. Effectively, it would cause enough of a mental break between what the citizens know and see and what the government is pushing through their propaganda and personality rehabilitation, that the government will not be able to easily control the citizens any longer. Talking it over with Fubuki, they are certain that during Nagi's personality rehabilitation, they digitized that memory and extracted it from Nagi, even though it is a very dangerous procedure, simply because, yeah, the government's enough of a bastard to pull that shit against someone that they don't think is useful to them. You know, as anything other than a fucking tool. So, Yuito tries to infiltrate the old OSF hospital again to search for that memory data. Personality rehabilitated Nagi, for the second time, mind you, suddenly attacks Yuito's group, but Yuito's brain develops an abnormality again during the fight, which of course means that he collapses and is no longer able to get the fight. He loses his memory, and he's captured. He wakes up in the facility's custody and discovers that he used to be a dud, as in, Yuito was born without psychic powers. Now mind you, this is something I think I forgot to explain, but the old OSF hospital is where Yuto spent a lot of his childhood until he was 5, when an other attack killed a ton of people, including his mother, and forced the main hospital itself to be abandoned, as well as the city around it. That was when he was made from a dud into an actual psionic. And that he also learns his brain is damaged each time he uses his power. He manages to escape with the help of Fubuki and his friends, and then Karin appears to help Fubuki. He tells Yuito that Yuito has been branded as a traitor by the government, and invites him to join Seiran. Yuito refuses, and Karin tells him about the religious nation of Togetsu that even the government can't touch. And I'm going to... These are little memory data things that you actually gather during that visit to the OSF hospital. No idea who said it, or who made it all, just that they died in the other attack. The research of human experiment H13 will conclude today. Tests were conducted both 5 and 10 years ago, but results were inconclusive. Considering the subject's age, we have decided there's nothing more to expect. H13 is out of my hands now, so starting today, I will be helping with testing I-07. Knowing I-07 already had a supervisor made me curious as to whether or not I was necessary, but now I understand. I-07 is a subject that requires special care. It seems our instructions are to test carefully and double down on safety measures. This isn't uncommon, but it sure is a pain. I-07 is in a fine state of health, but it appears the official word is that the subject is of weak constitution. However, even though we are sharing management duties, I'm not sure letting the subject play freely in the ward is wise. I suppose the nurses will take responsibility if anything were to happen. Today's tests yielded no significant results. This is normal, so we can't be discouraged. I-07 doesn't cry or throw tantrums, so they are easy to care for, but observation is difficult. It's easier to see changes in the brains of more impulsive subjects. Personally, I believe that looking at trends in the observation data, I-07 may be a type we can have some expectation for. Perhaps the next test will be something to look forward to. Problems were reported with subject H13, a subject we gave up on and were concluding testing on. The subject was a bit rebellious, but we can't let this problem develop further. Seeing as we can't discharge the subject as is, we will follow protocol and move to corrective measures. Nothing to note in today's test. I-07 is crying for their mother. This closeness to the mother may be the result of too much special treatment. I can't say that I-07's brain is that spectacular. There is a possibility for success, but even in that case, I wonder if we'll achieve the results we want. H13's correction is complete, but progress is not good. It will be difficult to discharge a subject like this. The subject has been moved to a floor with secure rooms, but they are spending all day writing on the walls. Attempts at conversation have been unsuccessful. If there are no signs of improvement, disposal may be necessary. I wonder if the person in charge of correction did it properly, but regardless, I don't want to be bothered with this any further. I have observed a small change in I-07's brain data. Perhaps this is the first step forward. However, we have seen plenty of this in the past. Only a handful of them have made it to the final manifestation. Exceptionally powerful. If that's the case, then the only subject that can be said to be successful was S09. That was the result of our research, the fruits of our wisdom. If a means of mass production can be discovered, it will change everything we think we know about the world. There is no need to consider for what purpose. That isn't our field. I've received a notification that it has been decided to dispose of H13. The fact that there are no relations likely sped up the decision. This is normal with research subjects. On that point, caring for I-07 can be a burden, but there shouldn't be a problem if we handle it well. I went up to the ward to observe I-07, but they weren't in their room. Goodness, they're probably off somewhere with their mother. H-13 has been killed. They were slated for disposal, but would that be better than being eaten alive? I don't want to think about it. The hospital is in chaos. I shouldn't be making this recording either, but this is the only way I can preserve my thoughts. I don't want to lose any precious test samples. If they didn't take notice of the alarm, they may not have made it out. Regardless, this place is finished. The forecast reading was a 0%. We're being attacked by so many at once. It's unbelievable. The OSF who are fighting back are likely those who happen to be here as patients. The main force hasn't arrived in Suo yet. The entrance to the lab should have been sealed when the alarm went off. I can't go back there. Up ahead, there's an employee. System message. Could not recognize voice entry. Saving text and ending voice entry. So, the other thing that was learned on Yuito's route but not mentioned in either of those messages or in the summary of Phase 7, Karin and Luca, the two brothers, were also duds. The main point of research on duds and forcing them to become psionics is that they can obtain rare and powerful powers, like Yuito with gravikinesis. And this is also partially why, though we have seen transport powers that set up the big red square, Luca is the only person, other than Karin, who obviously took it from Luca, who has a singular person instantaneous teleportation. Or why Karin appears to be the only person able to copy powers from other people. Anyway, Phase 8. This was basically while Kasane and group were heading to Togetsu, because they did arrive first. This is what started on Yuito's route. Yuito is branded as a traitor by Suo. Unable to trust Seiron as well, he climbs the steep mountains to get to Togetsu. The Togetsu faith worships the moon. Souls of the dead return to the moon. Return to the moon is their mantra. According to Togetsu's records, humanity once emigrated to the moon because of violent changes in Earth's environment. After years of repairing Earth's environment, they came back from the moon and created the nation of New Himuka. The extinction belt was created after that immigration from the moon. The gravitational anomaly generated at Kunad Highway, known as the Kunad Gate, grows in response to Yuito's power, and will someday consume the planet. Yuito's group wonders if they can trust all this outrageous information and access Togetsu's supercomputer Babe to get even more information. When they do, Babe tries to take over Yuito's brain. Kasane's intervention allows him to escape, and they flee from Togetsu. After escaping Togetsu, Yuito's group is contacted by Kasane's group, and they exchange information. Red Strings, the power that both Kasane and Yuito have to travel time. It was activated for Kasane, and she jumped to the future. She met a future version of Yuito who was 50 years older. He asked her to kill himself in the past. The Kunad Gate was created when Kasane and Yuito's powers resonate. Yuito needs to die for it to be destroyed. That information from Kasane's group matches what Yuito's group learned in Togetsu. Kagero is actually one of the moon's immigrants. Kasane and Kyoka are design children created by Togetsu. Kagero and Kyoko reveal that Togetsu created red strings to erase parts of history, and they wanted to erase the fact that people immigrated from the moon. If this plan is carried out, New Himiko will have never existed. To stop this from happening, they decide that Yuito's group will work in Suo, and Kasane's group will work in Seiron. Yuito goes to Suo to speak with his brother Kaiten. One other thing that I do have to note. Do you remember the flashback that showed Kasane's mother while they were in Togetsu? There is at least one flashback on Yuito's route as well. His mother looks a lot like Kasane's mother. Now, I don't know the whole implications of this. Just a speculation that Yuito's mother was also a design child that somehow escaped Togetsu. That is just speculation, however. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and move over to Kasane's route again, and we're going to move on to the Bond episodes. I will see you again in a few moments. Welcome back. We're back on Kasane's side. Seiron's rebel faction has declared themselves a provisional government, continuing their illegal activities, but there appears to be a rift developing. We have received information that Karin Travers and Seiron have maintained a distance in their relationship from the very start due to different opinions. The ununified rebel faction may already be crumbling from within.
It might be good to talk to Arashi.
People went to the moon and came back. Our ancestors were really amazing. I'll never betray your trust again. I'm Kyoka Eden, after all.
Oh, this is wonderful!
Fortune telling isn't just tarot cards. I hear playing card readings can be very accurate, especially for fortunes of love. Are you interested in Kasane? Are you interested, Kasane? Don't be shy. She's probably over here playing with him now. Do you really think Seiron's top brass are better? Just lost sound again. Don't be a jerk and ask whose picture I'm putting, okay? Oh, and thank you.
Hey, Kasane, you free right now?
I guess so. What is it this time?
You remember my promise from before, right? A fun and exciting date with your one and only Daddy Kagero.
You're not my father, and I'm not interested in a date.
What? You told me the last one was super boring. You shattered my fragile heart into itty-bitty pieces.
You're still bothered by that? Fine, I'll say it was fun.
No, that's not what I mean. I want to make up for it. Besides, you know how I hid my past? I wanted to apologize for that. So this is like a second chance coupled with an apology.
The apology is fine, but I don't know why it has to be with a date.
It's like my dream, I guess? Just say yes, please. Let me show you a good time you won't forget.
Sorry, my microphone being muted, unmuted is getting a little annoying. My nose stuck. Yeah.
So, how was it? The dining experience at Baki's Cafe is supposed to be very popular with high school girls.
I think Naomi and Yuito would have enjoyed it more, but it was fun. No complaints here.
Next up is dessert. I'll get you anything you want. Cake? Parfait, maybe?
I'm fine with just tea.
I figured you'd say that. Already got a cup.
Wait, when did you... Oh, you used your invisibility power. That's an interesting use for it.
You can't just reveal my secret like that. Even if you know how it's done, it's more fun when you pretend you don't. Like this. I grew this flower from a seed. The flower symbolizes hidden kindness. A perfect match for you. So, what do you think so far?
Well, you seem to be following the standard dating norms I read in magazines, but they all have a nice Kagero twist. However, something's bothering me. You've gone through a lot of effort just to make up for lying.
You're either really perceptive or overly distrusting.
Little boy.
But yeah, I guess it's time I tell you. The truth is, I tried to assassinate you back in the day, so that's kind of included in this apology.
Assassinate?
From the looks of it, you haven't realized it at all. Guess that means I still got it. Fortunately, I didn't have to go through with it, but I was waiting for the right opportunity. Like trying to be alone with you.
As the one you were targeting, I believe I have a right to know why.
It was to stop Togetsu's plan. Their plan hinged on your power, so I thought that killing you might be the best option left for me. Of course, now that you've decided not to support them, I've got no reason to hurt you. You can trust me on that.
Well, I don't doubt that, but I'm still not satisfied.
What, really? I guess this wouldn't be enough to make up for trying to kill you. I could do something even...
It's not that. It's just... killing someone. Is it that easy for you to do? I don't understand how you could make that decision so easily, even if it is to achieve your goal. There's no way I could do that.
I see what you're saying. That makes sense. I mean, it's not like I don't value life or anything like that. But yeah, if I seem cynical about it, it's probably because I don't feel like I'm very... alive, I guess you could say. I'm like a ghost from the past, existing in a time when his family and everyone he knew is long gone.
Your family. You mentioned you left them on the moon.
Yeah, I had a wife and daughter. My daughter was simply the cutest. You'd be surprised she was related to me. She didn't have a bad bone in her body. I loved her dearly and she meant so much to me. But in the end, I couldn't do anything for her as a father. What's even more sad is that I've got no idea what kind of person she grew up to be. I mean, really, could I be a worse father? That's why, at the very least, I want to protect the life she lived. I'll do whatever it takes, even if it means turning against my homeland. I might even kill if it comes down to it. How about we leave this off here? I think you've heard enough.
All right.
I mean, killing to protect your daughter.
So, what did you think of Daddy Kagero's date? Pretty awesome, right?
I would say that's a pretty
Yes,
good reason
I
to
would
kill.
say it was worthwhile. I think I learned a little about who you are.
Ah, you finally realized what a wonderful, charming person I am. Oh, I'm such a heartbreaker.
Although, I still don't know how serious you are because you always joke around.
You know, I don't really know either.
Huh?
Just kidding. Sorry to make you help me fulfill my dreams today. See you later.
I wonder what he meant by that. I feel like I got to know him a little better, but trying to understand other people isn't that easy.
There's a rumor lately that I've been using my power to spy on people. I would never do that, you know? I mean, I can't say I haven't thought about it. Do I look desperate enough to spy on people?
It's because you're always so thoughtless, but I know you're not like that.
Oh? Thanks. That's my Kasane. I like that you're always so cool-headed.
What? You wanted to get closer to me? Aw, shucks. I guess I would like to understand you better.
If there was someone you like, Kasane, where would you want to take them on a date? I want to know what kind of dates kids these days go on. Oh, you are definitely asking the wrong person. I've never been on a date and I don't plan to. Just thinking about it is a waste of time. That's very you, Kasane. But it's not as wasteful as you think, thinking you want to bring someone here. When you're thinking of that person, it's like they're right there in front of you. I guess that's something you don't understand, Kasane. Nobody was talking about where the cargo originated from, but I'm guessing we're right. Those brains were from clones, right? Yes. There should be no mistake that all of those heads were from designed children clones. You're right. That's because Togetsu has the technology to mass produce the dominant children. They're created to carry out missions, and if they fail, they die. Those heads could be from ones that disposed of for failing. That's right. However, that doesn't explain the massive amount of heads. Either way, the fact remains that they mass produced them for the transaction. I found out the truth, but it still doesn't sit right with me. Togetsu was quite the ordeal. Nothing beats relaxing at a time like this. You need to keep your mind and body rested.
You know what I like. Thanks.
There's nothing like tinkering with old terminals. I love seeing the new design concepts. An Arashi-built PC is always guaranteed to perform. However, the delivery date depends on my mood. The hideout with food stall distributor. You can have a tea-bond episode. Pictures in the kitchen? Yeah, there it is. I was going to go ahead and see Archie's on episode next.
Kasane, do you remember when I said I wanted you to help me with a job?
For payment of the rations that you treated me to.
Yeah, I'm going to cash that in now. Don't worry, the job will be worth your time.
What are all these? Looks like empty bottles, junk parts, candy wrappers, and they're all mixed together.
Exactly. I need you to sort them.
Why do you have so much?
I kinda got lazy and didn't get around to cleaning them up. Oh, yeah, take care of this trash bag for me, too.
Don't throw it. You got trash everywhere again. Now what could this be? You don't see that many handwritten letters anymore. How interesting.
Oh, that. You can throw that out, too.
But it's unopened. Let's see. It's from Major General Fubuki. What if it's important? Are you sure you don't want to check it?
Then he would have messaged me instead of using this archaic method. If you're that curious, be my guest and read it.
Don't mind if I do.
You didn't even hesitate. So, anything surprising?
No. Basically, he's filling you in on what he's been up to. Also, he says not to drink too much soda.
I thought so. He sends me letters filled with stuff that doesn't matter. I don't get it at all. I would reply to a message, but a letter? Just opening it is a pain.
If he's going through the trouble of handwriting a letter, don't you think it means there's something special he's trying to get across? If that's the case, then you should really cherish these. You never know what could happen to us next.
Look, it's not that I don't understand what you're saying, but these letters have been piling up, and just finding a place to keep them is a pain. Besides, just getting the letter lets me know that he's doing okay. So you can throw this in the trash. Fubuki and I aren't like you sisters.
You're awfully stubborn.
Exactly. You're a perceptive one.
She's so very different from me and Naomi. Especially how little she seems to care about her brother. Still... Arashi, remember the Major General Fubuki you saw in the future?
Yeah? What about him?
You were angry, weren't you? I mean, you saw it with your own eyes. You keep saying that you're not those kinds of siblings, but it doesn't feel that way to me. So why...
I mean, of course I'd get mad if he died. I feel like human emotion is a strange mechanism.
Really?
More importantly, Kasane, I don't see your hands sorting through the trash.
Huh?
That was a good distraction, but you're not getting out of your work.
I wasn't trying to get out of it. I'm not like you.
Great. Then good luck here. I'll be busy skipping out on my own work. Have fun.
Looks like she dodged my question.
Uh-oh. I think there was an important computer part in the garbage I had to throw out. I don't know if I can get another one. This only happens because you're so messy. Why do you use such an old-fashioned device anyway? It doesn't suit you, Arashi. It's true, the PC can't keep up with the human brain when it comes to processing speed. They're inefficient and old-fashioned things. But building these antiques and thinking on how to make them function better is how I exercise my brain. It seems inefficient at first, but the result is an increase in total efficiency. I guess the simple answer is, it's my hobby. Glad it looks like we'll be able to work together with interests. I can't stay quiet about sharing this with Rock.
Not bad.
This is an old fantasy novel. It's been digitized, but I prefer to read the actual. Whose is this? I know it's Luca's over on Yui Yuto's route. But I don't have Luca. That said, this is also Gemma's Yuto's route. I think Hanabi is right here. Yuto and his Baki collection is right here. No. Tsugumi is right here. And then Hanabi is next to Yuto. Anyway, let's go ahead and do the team bond thing.
Hey guys, everyone's free later, so why don't we have a party?
Ooh, sounds good, Major. The word party just gets me going.
Sorry, but I'll pass. Just hearing the word party, ugh, makes me sleepy.
I'm with her.
Ridiculous. We're OSF. We're not here to fool around.
It's not fooling around. If we can work together and understand each other, we'll fight better together. Also, it will make a good memory. Of course, this is only if everyone wants to.
I'm in. We've been fighting so much lately without any kind of break.
I'm still with Arashi.
I'm definitely in, Major. We need to enjoy life while we can.
I don't think I'll have much fun, but what you said makes sense, and I have no reason to object.
So it's 4-2. I don't think I have the energy to try to stop this from happening. All right, you've forced me to accept.
Thanks, it's decided then. Let's work together to get ready.
Hold up. I'm not helping. I still don't want to do this.
Oh, really? I have something really important I want you to do, though.
Important?
Decorating the hideout. This will test your taste. It's difficult, but I thought you could handle it, Shiden.
Totally
My
manipulating.
taste. Well, if I left it to you guys, the hideout would probably look awful. All right, I'll do it.
You're pretty easy.
Thanks, Shiden. Arashi, you take care of the food. Haruka, can you be the party MC?
The food. Okay, I'll give it a shot.
I'll do it. It should be like the operator work I always do.
Okay, I'll take care of keeping it fun. I'll make this the best party ever.
After all that, you're not going to help? You're such a jerk.
What should I do, Kyoka?
You and I can split up and help everyone out. This is going to be so fun.
Arashi? I'm here to help you cook. What are you doing?
Nothing. It took all I had just to get here.
I wonder what food we should make for our party. I guess it's okay as long as it's edible.
I feel the same. I guess whatever we make, it will satisfy both of us. If a third of the guests are satisfied, I call that a good party. That means I know just what to make.
What is it?
The best food I can think of, and the most efficient. We don't need to do any prep work, which means my work is over. See ya.
I guess you don't need any help then. I'll go somewhere else.
What are you here for?
I thought you could use a hand. I'll help if you need it.
I'm fine. Kyoko will just reverse calculate the time her duplicates could decorate in and do it that way. I never thought I'd be doing such childish work in the OSF. It's in order, though, so I won't slack off. Check it out. It looks a lot different, right?
I guess.
What? Are you saying this is too plain? I'll go look for something more flashy.
I wasn't criticizing him. Well, he looks motivated, so I'll leave him to it. There you are, Kagero. Why are you invisible?
Oh, I was just doing some thinking. The more I thought, the deeper the problem got. I mean, how am I going to make this party exciting? Arashi is being Arashi and Shiden is being Shiden.
Does it need to be exciting? We're just getting together to have some food.
And you're acting like this. It would be horrible if the party ends on a low note.
Would it? Anyway, is there anything I can help you with?
You could probably handle call and response. When I say, "Are we having fun?" during the party, you yell out, "Yeah!" I want it to at least seem exciting, and if you don't reply, I'll look stupid.
I think you'll look stupid anyway. Fine, I'll say it if you need me to.
That's my Kasane. Now, we need something with impact. Something that will really wow them.
And she's walking off.
Oh, Kasane. Haruka is working on her opening speech. How is everyone else doing?
Well, they're all doing their jobs. You seem pretty excited.
I am. I've wanted to have a party with everyone for a while. Now we finally have a chance, and they're all helping. It's like a dream come true.
It is rare for this group to work together on something. Everyone usually goes at their own pace. Ooh, I'll have to work that into my speech.
Kyoko really seems excited. I hope everything is ready for the party.
And so I'd like to thank everyone for coming together and use this opportunity to deepen the bonds between comrades.
Haruka, I don't want to upset you, but that's enough. You've been talking for 15 minutes.
I do like the
Has it been that
decorations.
long? So that's all for my speech. Let's start the party.
Also,
Woohoo! Nice,
Kyoko
Haruka!
calls the-
Are we having fun?
Yeah.
That was horrible. I think that actually brought everyone down.
You saying things like that brings everyone down. What's with these lights you put up anyway?
Oh, I thought I should put up something flashy. I may have overdone it a little.
Flashy? It's so bright we can't even see the room.
I just did my job. If you're talking about problems, what about this food?
This is the full course I prepared. Enjoy the splendid feast. No need to thank me.
Rations and soda.
It's just soda and rations. This is no splendid feast. It's worse than what we usually eat.
That hurts. I did what I could to find a flavor that pairs well with soda.
Ugh, just as lazy as ever.
What should we do? This isn't much like a party.
I'm sorry. It was my plan, so I'm responsible. I thought everyone could have a good time, but I forced you all into this.
What are you saying, Kyoka? I'm having a pretty good time.
Huh?
This is the best party I've been to. Shiden is complaining, but his face says he's having fun.
What? I guess I'm not bored. I spent so much time getting ready. You're not gonna up and cancel it now, are you?
You too.
Yeah, it's a little lazy and haphazard, but it's more us than your average party.
It is the kind of party we'd throw, and it's a party as long as you have fun.
Thank you. All of you. You're right. Let's have our kind of party.
Party's back on. Next up is Shiden's performance. Can we have a round of applause, everyone?
Huh? Performance? No one said anything about a performance.
Oh? Kaguro told me to say that.
What's going on, Kaguro?
Oh, you know, I heard from Captain Seto there was a special performance only an electrokinesis user could put on.
You can't mean... He did teach me how to do it, but it's not supposed to be a performance.
Come on, you're going to let that legendary technique go to waste? I want to see you do something cool.
Everyone's learned how to manipulate Shiden.
Fine. I'll show you. Feast your eyes on this!
Eek! What is this? Wow!
Oh, nice! Show us more.
Oh, looks like you're having fun too, Kasane. I guess a party was a good idea.
Yeah, I didn't expect it, but this is pretty fun. Just like Hyoka said, this will be a good memory.
I want to talk to Kyoka.
Okay, so what do you want to talk about? Okay. Alright. For Yuito's Bond event, Hanabi sees a cockroach, goes up fire as an instinctive response, and burns out the main power control box. So everyone is locked into the hideout because of the force source firepower. In the dark. No heating. Nothing really. And so they basically turn it into an impromptu camping trip. Tsugumi and Hanabi help people see. Tsugumi with her clairvoyance, just she's basically unaffected by the dark. And Hanabi, by using her pyrokinesis to create little lights of her own, looking for candles to light and such. Gemma tries to fix the damage and get the power back on using instructions from their operator in Tsugumi. Luca is able to teleport out to get food and snacks and such that, you know, they're not able to otherwise get with the door being inoperable. You know, it's a good little event. And then they all remembered, hey, this place is supposed to actually have like a secondary power thing. What would it look like? What would it look like this? Oh yeah, I saw that under a panel, like in front of the door. Luca teleports down there and gets the backup power running, and they're like, yeah, so we went through all of that unnecessarily. But it was good practice, and hey, when we get a chance, let's go on a real camping trip. Anyway, I think, I still have 2 bond events to take care of before we go pick up any side quests. And then because this is already pushing close to an hour after we pick up the side quests, I'm gonna go ahead and stop recording. I'll do them. I haven't decided whether I will do them off camera or if I will make it as a episode 17.5 side quests kind of thing. Whatever happens, going into video 18 will be turning in side quests and then moving forward with the story. I want to talk to you about something, Kasane. I want to talk alone, so come to Masubi's if you feel like it. Only if you feel like it, though. You don't have to be reserved all the time. I guess if talking like that relaxes you, you don't have to force yourself to change. I'm leaving now. Wait for me there.
Sorry to keep you waiting. You said you wanted to talk to me about something?
Oh, Kasane. Oh,
What is it?
nothing.
But you just look like you noticed something. Did you see something with your clairvoyance? Well, I won't pry if it's uncomfortable for you to share. Yes?
Your left knee.
My left knee.
You may not have noticed, but there's a bruise. You might have hit it during a fight.
Oh, now that you mention it, I did hit it in my last fight.
I think you should get that treated. The bone isn't hurt, but it might leave a mark.
Good idea. I'll get it looked at when I get back to the hideout. I'm surprised you noticed.
I had a feeling you were subconsciously favoring your left leg when you were walking over here. I was worried, so I couldn't help but use my power. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Why are you apologizing? I should be thanking you for telling me about my injury.
Because I violated your privacy by looking under your clothes. It's not good to use my power without permission like that.
Ah, I see. That's why you felt uncomfortable telling me. I suppose that would be the general consensus.
Some things are off limits. I'm not a child anymore, but I'm still doing the same stuff as back then.
Did something happen when you were younger?
Yes. I didn't realize back then that what I can see isn't something I necessarily should see. When I told people what I saw, they would get uncomfortable and sometimes get scared of me. I finally realized that I shouldn't be doing things like that, that looking underneath someone's clothes or inside their home was bad.
Is it really so bad?
What? I mean, nobody wants to have their secrets revealed. You wouldn't like that, would you?
To be honest, that wouldn't really bother me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have any secrets. People can look all they want. Are you saying you can see inside people's bodies too?
Yes. It can be a little revolting if you're not used to it.
Then not only can you see injuries, you can detect internal diseases early as well. That means your power can save lives. It's fascinating. There really aren't many that can do that. I think it's a wonderful power.
You're the first person other than Kagero to say that.
That's surprising. I thought the OSF would evaluate your effectiveness quite highly.
They tell me it's effective in battle, but my power hasn't often been noted for its everyday uses. I've been mindful in trying to avoid seeing things, or not talk about it if I do see something. It's a strange feeling being told I can look. It does take a weight off my shoulders, though.
Well, that's good.
Yes. Thanks, Kasane.
Thank you for finding my injury. By the way, didn't you have something you wanted to discuss?
Oh, we can talk about that some other time.
Really? I still have time now.
It's okay, really. I'll talk to you about it the next time I see you.
Sure. See you then. She seems to have a lot on her mind. I can't help but be a little concerned. Next time I see her, I need to make sure we talk.
Make sure you take care of that bruise. Once a spot gets hit, it's easy to get hit there again. I worry because you're a little cautious about enemy attacks. Thanks for your concern. I'm not careless. Dodging the least amount necessary just yields the best results. What about you, Sagumi? You keep your distance from your enemies, but that doesn't mean you can let your guard down. You never know what kind of attack they could send your way, so be careful. It probably is dangerous when I'm out of ammo. Thanks. I'll try to be careful. I want to apologize for what happened the other day. Can we meet and talk in person? I'm waiting in Seiron. Alright, I'm going to Seiron now.
Gamma,
I'm sorry to bother you about this, Kasane.
it's fine. I wanted to talk to you too, to apologize.
Why? I'm the one who should say sorry. You don't have any reason to apologize to me.
I just dumped all my feelings on you without any regard for yours. If I'm being honest, I still don't think I completely understand how you feel right now. However, after everything I've experienced lately, I think I can imagine it a little.
Did something happen? You really felt like you wanted to die?
Not me, Naomi. She said that she didn't want to live anymore. She didn't want to live as an other, her sanity being maintained with medicine made of human brains.
She said that?
I didn't understand her at the time. I wanted her to live no matter what it meant. But now I partly understand where she's coming from. That feeling that makes you want to run away from life when things are so incredibly hard and painful. If that's what you were feeling, then I realized I didn't have any right to complain to you.
Thank you for understanding. Let me just say it again. I shouldn't have unloaded my feelings of self-pity on you. I'm old enough to know better. So I brought you something as a token of apology.
Is that a packed lunch?
Yeah, they're all from the recipes Naomi gave me. I don't know if you're hungry or not, but maybe you'd be willing to give them a taste.
Thank you. I wanted to taste what her recipes were like.
This is stir-fried mackerel and green peppers. This is vegetable namul, and that's shredded meat.
Wow, you really went all out.
I'm still learning, so I've burnt some of them. It may not look appetizing, but it should still be edible.
I'll take this then. Not bad. It does remind me of my sister's cooking a little.
Really?
Yes. It doesn't even come close to the real thing, though.
I see. But getting you to say that it reminds you of it is still an accomplishment.
It's fairly good and a little familiar. It must have taken you a while to make all of this.
It wasn't a big deal. Cooking helps calm me. It's perfect for self-reflection.
You think so?
Yes, although I used to think it was a waste of time. I thought about what you said while I cooked.
Which part? I think I said a lot the last time we talked.
About how I wanted to roll over and die, and how that was selfish. It really hit me hard. Thinking how much Naomi wants to live in her original body. And about how much all my friends who died in battle would have wanted to live. It made me realize that wasting whatever life I have left was disrespecting their memory.
Part of me thinks you're taking it a little too seriously. But I'm glad I got through to you.
I might be too serious. But I plan to live the rest of my life to its fullest.
How?
First thing is to get back to eating healthy with Naomi's recipes. I also want to reevaluate the way I spend my weekends. Maybe find a new hobby besides cooking.
Sounds like a good idea. And I'm sure your cooking will get better with practice.
Then I guess I'll keep at it. Would you mind tasting more of my food sometime?
Of course.
Thanks. I still have trouble figuring out what's good or bad since I've never been concerned about how my cooking tasted before.
You seem like you're enjoying it.
I am, although it stresses me out while I'm doing it. But maybe I enjoy that part too.
He looks so alive. Maybe he started to feel more positive about his life.
I used to think I didn't need a hobby, but after trying cooking and some other things, I realized the necessity. A hobby isn't something someone has you do like a job. It's something you do on your own to improve yourself. Really? That sounds more serious than I thought. Serious? I was trying to say that it's fun. Well, that's just my interpretation. You should find something that you enjoy. Alright, now we're going in looking for different side quests. And to see if anyone started the same stuff. Okay. Some of my colleagues who went to patrol the open area were late in returning. Turns out they just made a stop in the city. They got me all worried and for nothing. GPS is a device that operates on abilities and tracks positions. Apparently it's named after something that used to exist with a similar function. I think I read that one before, but just trying to be safe there. I know I definitely read that one before. Side quest.
Yup.
Some others move super fast. Don't they get tired moving so quickly? Well, it's not like there's anything. How do you roll a set take?
Yup.
I bet they're using some kind of power. I couldn't tell you.
Yup.
Huh, will we get them? Thanks.
Yup.
Here, Cosmo, and
Yup.
check yourself off.
There's a resource reading that's close.
Uncovering a certain person. I want to ask you to suppress some others. Don't ask why. I have no reasons. You want me a hand? You want me to take care of all the others I designate. Use your power. I can't pay you much, but I hope you're Thank you. I'll take this chance to observe you fighting. Combo vision with Kagero to defeat 3 Bando Hindu. Which one are those again? Oh. I guess I can knock him down and then use Kagero's combo vision. Psychokinesis follow-up attack. Defeat 5 scummy. Okay. Just trying to make sure I... basically get him to low health, and then defeat him with the psychokinesis attack. Yeah, some of the quests over on Yuito's route are not the same as the quests on Kasane's route. Some of them are. Or at least they're similar. The souls of the dead return to memory. Everything to Lexi Foods like really deep. I really want to come in. I guess you can't join online. You have to do it in person. There's some super dangerous others on the mountain, right? I've heard rumors that they attack in groups and blow themselves out. Can you take them all out quick? Wow, thanks. The Scarlet Guardians sure are reliable. I'm pretty sure this quest is the same as in Yuito's route, but I still haven't finished there. Yeah. So my big problem with this quest, yes, I just have to defeat 5 of those exploders during brain drive. The problem is, I can't let them explode. If they explode, even if they die while I'm in brain drive, it does not count. So that's going to be this is going to be a quest that I'm going to be working on for a while. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and return to the hideout. I'm going to save, and then I will go ahead and end this video there. I still haven't really decided whether I'm going to do the side quests as a 0.5 follow-up to this video, or if I'm just going to do them all on camera. I guess you guys will know soon enough. Because if I do them as a 0.5, it'll be posted very soon after this one does. In either case, thank you again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed all the different Bond events and the recap of what happened on Yuito's side. And I hope you'll join me for the next video. Thanks again, and take care.